Who is going to make a huge impact here early in the spring ball at Ohio State? We're going to find out here. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ohio State, the voice of college football. I'm your host, Garrison Gaddy. Now let's get to it. So over the next few weeks here, we're going to be spending some time talking about who are some of the impact players that I believe are going to be impact players here coming this spring at Ohio State, who's going to have a chance to position themselves to play or maybe even start. And today, everyone, we're going to start with freshman cornerback, Devin Sanchez. Devin Sanchez, 6'2", 175, 180 pounds. Actually, the biggest corner we have next to Igby Nosen. He hails from Houston, Texas, number one cornerback in his class of 2025. He was a very important player to his class. I would, in my personal opinion, I believe him to be the best player in the class, just simply by his position. Watching his tape from high school, some of his best attributes I gave for me are man. I said that he's like flies on crap. The way he covers in man coverage. Next is his makeup speed. For those who don't know, his parents are quite the athletes in their day. His father, a football player at UTEP, and his mother was a track star in the 200 and 100. So his makeup speed, I'm not surprised by it. If you guys all don't know this, Devin Sanchez is actually a very good track runner by his own measure. So you guys should definitely go check that out. Yeah, makeup speed, his speed to break. The pass is gone. So for those who don't know, for a cornerback or a DB, when they break, that's when the pass is thrown. The wide receiver is probably making his move, and as soon as the corner sees the ball is passed, or just anticipation, as much as that position is, he takes his left or right foot, plants, goes to the player or the ball. I believe Devin Sanchez is really good at that. Also, his IQ. For his age at that position, is really high. It looks like he knows a lot of the tricks of the trade when it comes to playing the corner position. I know, like myself, when I used to play corner, I used to always remind a guy on the sideline, keep my hand on someone's thigh, continuously push it down just so they couldn't run properly. But he's very good at that, knows how to read the field, knows how to read the quarterback's eyes. He reads wide receivers' feet very well, knows where they're going to go left or right. Very impressed by that. And then also his eyes. As one of my favorite things to say, his eyes don't lie, and it doesn't for Devin Sanchez either. One of the few things I would like to see, even though in his highlight tape from high school, you can see that he does tackle. He tackles pretty hard. You just want to see more of that, especially at the next level where players are stronger, faster, bigger. But I trust that he's going to be fine with that. And the reason for that is because of this simple reason here. Coach Mick Moriarty, the strength and conditioning coach, said he placed him on the Freaks crew along with guys like Petty John, the linebacker for Ohio State, the freshman linebacker for Ohio State. Said that he's a dude's dude. I'm not surprised by that. I'm really not. A lot of cornerbacks are very, and not in a bad way, but they're emotional guys. Like they really care. They want to win because at the cornerback position, it's not going to happen often for some guys. But at that position, you are going to get beat. It's just the nature of the position. But when you're a dude's dude, man, you're there for your teammates. You're there to play, and you want to compete at the highest level. Everyone notices it, and that's somebody that you want on your team. And I'm really excited to hear that. And then just talking about him, his length, athleticism, his mindset. Of course, the mindset aspect we talked about when it comes to his IQ. Just, I mean, not so much this, but the guy's a hard worker. He just is. He cares about the program. If you go on Twitter and just look at his mother's Twitter page and his father's Twitter page, you will see that they have been recruiting for Ohio State here for some time now. And this is post Devin Sanchez getting here and even doing so for the 2026 class. The mindset for him, and you can tell he gets from his parents, is to work hard, head down, and do what you can to make your teammates better. And that's the type of person that you want on your team, the type of young man that you want on your team. Also, about his length and athleticism. Again, 6'2", 175, 180 pounds, but he's very long. He has really long arms. If you look at his college film, you'll see there's plenty of plays where the ball's in the air, and because of his arm length, I would have to assume his arm length has it's definitely taller than what he is. Not only can he jump and use his athleticism, his arms are so long, man. It's hard to get the ball away from him. A lot of wide receivers that are tall have long arms. A lot of corners you see don't have that. Not all of them have that. Have the length of their arms and the length in their height. That's what makes Devin Sanchez so good. That's what makes him so great. Not just his mindset, not just his IQ, not just his skill, but the fact that he has the body to perform things that other corners couldn't do, and things that make it a challenge for other receivers to get the ball, or even other positions such as tight end. That's somebody that you really need there with that type of ability, that type of size. Now, just looking at what's going on this spring, you got guys like Igmanosin, Matthews, Scott, and West, who came from last year's class. Scott got a little bit more time than West did last season, and then you also saw West get some time in the bowl season game. The playoffs. He actually made a really good play against Tennessee with the balls in the air. He caught up to it, turned his body around as you're supposed to do as a corner, look for the ball, jumped up, had a pass deflection up there, pass breakup. So good play by him on that play. But those are the guys that right there that he's going to be going for, trying to make some time in between. Igmanosin, we assume is going to start. He will start. But then you have Jermaine Matthews, who last season played a lot more towards the last half, I would say, and played a lot in the playoffs. Got some games he actually started. I think it was against Texas he did. And then you look at Jermaine Matthews in this sense. Jermaine Matthews has been waiting for some time now. He was a freshman All-American 2 years ago, so I expect him to be a starter this season also. One of my favorite guys on the team. So what you're looking at is between Scott and West. And Devin Sanchez, if he is what we believe he is, he's going to play early. He's going to play a lot early. Some of these positions might get. I have to think over time I get switched up. Now again, Igmanosin is going to leave next year. That leaves Matthews, Bryce West, Scott, and Sanchez, and maybe they'll all be able to play in that time frame. But I do believe if Devin Sanchez is doing what Mick Mariotti said he is, for a lot of these young guys, it's not about so much what you do early on the field. What do you do in the weight room? Because that's when guys are going to first see you during the spring. You don't get on the field first; you're in the weight room first. If they see that you're busting your arse, see that you're not taking days off, you're not half-assing things, guys are going to gravitate towards you. They're going to talk highly about you. We're not talking about the coaches. We're talking about your teammates. And it's much better that your teammates speak highly of you than your coaches do. That means that you have the trust of the guys on your team and the guys in your squad. I think this season you can see him as a boundary guy. Last year we brought Jermaine Matthews in a little bit more towards the end of the season on the boundary. I'm guessing you're going to see Aaron Scott a little bit more, but I think you'll see Devin Sanchez too in that fashion. I also do believe he can play inside the nickel. He's very long. Reminds me of guys that we've had the last few years. I could see him doing that early on because of that. And it's simply because you want to get the guy on the field. I think it's gonna be you're gonna see him on special teams a lot, but you want to see him on the field, especially if he has if he's done the work, if he has progressed that well, and if he has the mindset to play. Again, I'm very excited to see Devin Sanchez. I'm very excited to see what he does this spring. There's a lot of talent in that corner room. There is, but I do believe that he is one of those guys that can push themselves to get early playing time in the season and get first team reps during the spring. And I'm really excited to see what he does here in the Ohio State Showcase this year. Everyone should definitely tune into that. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, OHIO.